Hello, Fox the Don here, and this is my EoC fishing guide. This will not be a 99 fishing guide, however, I will show you guys the more effective ways to fish after the EoC and some improvements that the EoC brought to fishing, such as being able to drop fish faster. In my inventory, you'll see most of the items you will need or that I suggest that you have if you're going to be fishing for tons of experience. Right here I have a pumpkin amulet which you can substitute for any sort of extra experience amulet in that slot, such as a prized pendant or a prismatic pendant or anything like that. The fishing jacket is actually an outfit. It's an entire outfit that you can get from the fish flingers activity. I only have the jacket and I actually don't really use it, but it gives you, I think, a total of 5% experience once you have the entire set, somewhere around there. So it's not a lot, but it's definitely worth having because it will cut your time significantly. The oily fishing rod is the fishing rod I believe you need to use if you want to use the barbarian fishing method, which is 50k experience per hour. I'm actually going to be doing that instead of the regular fly fishing method, which is to bring a fly fishing rod to Shiloh Village, and I believe it's 40k experience per hour. But it's also right next to a bank, so you could bank your fish and make a bit of a profit, which isn't a lot, but it still is a profit. You will need feathers and you will need fishing bait for these activities. I brought a ridiculous amount just because I don't like running back and forth to the bank. If I run out, I can always sell them back. So just bring as much fishing bait and feathers as you think you'll be using. Now the strong fishing urn, I brought the unenchanted one and the one that is enchanted. You need to use a water rune on a fishing urn that you can build depending on your crafting level, so just check the guide and see which one you can make. I can only make strong ones. I believe the best are decorated fishing urns. Now I have a small fishing net here, which these things should already be on your tool belt, these two things right here, but a small fishing net is used to catch things like monkfish, which give you 45k experience per hour at my level anyways, and I'm 88 fishing. And they've been giving me that much experience since about 80 fishing, so that's a great method. I have these here, these teleport tabs, just because they will bring me to the places that I'm trying to show you. And we're going to check out cavefish, rocktail, monkfish, trout, and salmon, and I believe that's it. So let's get on with it. So I've actually teleported to Ardoin using a teleport tab, which you can purchase from the GE, and I believe you need to complete the quest Lost City to use it. You can also, oh no, that's not true. You need to complete Lost City to use the teleport to Ardoin, which is 51 magic, and it requires 2 water runes and 2 law runes. Alternatively, you can walk here from Sears Village. You just need to go straight south, it's also south from the fishing guild. And what you want to do is go southeast to Captain Barnaby, I think his name is, something along those lines, and it's the port to the southeast in Ardoin. And you will pay 10 coins to get a ship to Brimhaven, of which is northwest of Karamja. Now there are lobsters to the east here that you can fish, but lobsters really don't give that great experience per hour, and I'm not going to bother showing you that because it's really not too different from the other methods I'm going to show you. So you want to pay fare to this travel cart, which will take 10 coins just southeast from the port that it brings you to in Brimhaven. So now I'm going to show you the actual act of fishing. Now when you get here, you just want to go north from the bank to one of these fishing spots. And whatever fish you catch, you want to make sure you put it on your activity bar, which I will show you in a moment. What this does is, whenever you have a certain amount of these fish in your inventory, whatever fills up your inventory, you can just left click and drop them all immediately, which takes no time at all. Or you can also go to the bank, which is to the south of here. Now you'll see this as you started a new strong fishing urn. What that means is, I started the strong fishing urn. It depends on the type of fishing urn that you use, which the type of fishing urn that you use will determine how quickly it is filled up. So after a while, it would be 100%. I will have the option to teleport the urn and get a couple hundred experience, which I believe is 500. Now, this was my mistake earlier for not mentioning it, but it's really simple. Bring an ibis pouch or a granite lobster pouch, because they invisibly increase your fishing level by a couple levels, which increases your chances of catching whatever you might be going for. Now I'm going to read this Phoenix Light teleport, which will bring me to south of where the monkfish are. I believe it's the Piscators fishing colony, and you'll just run northeast in this direction. And I suggest buying some summoning potions so that when you're in here, you can just reset your granite lobster pouch. Renew your familiar whenever your granite lobster is about to disappear. You will need to use you would need to use the bank guy right here to the west or south of where the monkfish spots are. Monkfish, I believe, are about 45k experience per hour and make a much better profit than some of the other methods, which is, I think, is like 90k per hour, 90k GP per hour. Something to note is that while you're here, your granite lobster will produce swordfish, and it will produce raw shark and raw swordfish, and you will get 10 experience for each time that it does. So it's not a lot, but it's also just some GP, and you get that invisible fishing boost, so there's no reason not to use them. Now the ibis, however, unlike other areas, will only bring swordfish if you're in this area with it. So as you can see, my familiar has produced an item, and we will withdraw it. This time it's a swordfish, but more often than not you'll see shark. And if you're in other fishing places that are not the piscator's fishing lair, you can get tuna and swordfish. So the granite lobster here is a great, and the ibis is as well. Now, to even access this lair, you need to complete the quest Swan Song, and I believe a number of other quests such as Garden of Tranquility. And you must have 65 fishing, or maybe it was 62. It was one of the two. But either way, just check your guide and you'll be able to see. Next, we'll be going to Living Rock Caverns, which is northeast of Falador, hidden in the Dwarven Mine. You'll go down this little dungeon right here, and then you'll proceed southeast to this little segment right here. Now, however, once you get down here, there are several living rock monsters which can hit you pretty hard and have very, very high defense. So I'll show you some methods of avoiding them and or killing them once we get down there. Go down this ladder right here. Squeeze through this crevice in the wall, which is marked on your mini-map. Climb the rope down here. And you actually don't need to go through that little crevice. I'm not sure why I went that direction. And you'll see that there are cavefish shoals and there are rocktail shoals. However, I do not have the equipment that you need to get rocktail. Well, there are some worlds where people will actually help you kill these living rock protectors. You can either try and kill them yourselves, which takes quite a while no matter what your stats are, or you can simply run away and wait for them to become non-aggressive. However, that takes a while, so I would prefer that you just go ahead and try and kill them yourselves. Now, something you can also do is go to a world where it's highly populated, and the only problem with that is that the fishing spots will move faster. So you need to decide on whether or not you want to, do that. So cavefish, 85 fishing, rocktail, 90 fishing. So if you're going to fish cavefish, you only need fishing bait, but if you're going to fish rocktail, you need living rock minerals. That's what you need to fish them. Now that we're at the Barbarian Outpost, which I traveled here from using a games necklace that I bought off of the Grand Exchange, we're going to go south towards the Barbarian training area. So to start your training, you need to talk to Otto God Blessed, and I will actually show you how to do the fishing once you've finished all your training. Unfortunately, you'll find that you cannot power drop them. You'll have to right click and drop them, so it does still sort of take the burden of having to go to each individual fish and doing it, but you're better off just I'd rather do fly fishing, but it's up to you. So that'll end this video. If you enjoyed this video, I'm very happy to hear that. Leave a like and a comment for any help. You can go ahead and message me on here or on YouTube if you need more help, and that'll about do it. So thank you for your time, and goodbye.